Hey guys, M.V.K here. How's everybody doing up there? Um, Wanted to give my thoughts on this guy right here. So far, with the post Secret Wars, we have they've already announced. We've already seen 45 titles out of supposedly the 60 that Marvel says. So we're missing about 15 left. 15 left of the titles, and I'm gonna do a vid on the other titles in another vid. But I really wanted to talk about Spider-Man because, well, you all know, yes, Spidey comes first for me. He's my #1 favorite hero, and of course, I gotta talk about him first. And I think a lot of people were a little bit scared and distraught that when we saw that Miles was taking over the Spider-Man title, and it was almost like, so where's Peter at? Is he in the back burner now? People got a little scared, and I could sense it, even reading some of the forums and places that I usually go to, and there's a lot of people were scared. Like, I was happy for Miles. I was like, yeah, okay, this is good. But it's still in the back of my mind, even for me, I was like, yeah, where's Peter? What's going on with him? And we got word from, yes, leaked stuff, that leaked footage that Amazing Spider-Man is going to be relaunched. And once again, there are a lot of titles that are going to be under the post-Secret Wars, and a lot of them, it's really weird. It's like, why are they relaunching these titles? Spider-Gwen could be up there, Spider-Woman. Some of these titles haven't even gotten past 10 issues, and they're already being relaunched. It's kind of weird. And that's always the thing about Marvel that I can say without a shadow of a doubt that I dislike about them, is they have a sense of urgency to relaunch their titles to get what is in their mind new readers involved, when that's what back issues and is all for. Like, I've always felt that. But I digress. I mean to get into what's going on with Peter Boy right here. All right, first of all, freaking love the Alex Ross drawing right here. This Alex Ross can't go wrong with me, in my opinion. But when hearing that they were relaunching Spider-Man and seeing who was writing, yeah, I got a little blue funk about it. Look, guys, with all due respect, if you're a Slott fan, that's fine, and to each his own. But personally, his time is over. To me, his time is done. It's like, your run is over. Not only did you literally say that after Secret Wars you're done with Spider-Man, basically you lied. You literally lied and said you were done. So not only are you still, but you're a liar. Now, what's up with that? I don't like liars, and yeah, that you kind of lied. But yeah, Slott is still gonna be, and that just right there kind of was like, come on, like I said, his run in the beginning was fine and certain times, but then over time it just got bad for me personally. It was just like, don't like how he writes. Don't like how he writes supporting characters. Definitely, I didn't like the direction of what he did with Mary Jane. I didn't like. I damn sure don't like the direction that he does with Black Cat. And it's like my friend Mike Spider Slayer say, if that's not his decision to make, then of course, but still, as a writer, you should still have some kind of segue into how you want to pursue these characters in terms of writing. But he's going to be still writing them. And personally, me, I really thought his time was over. I thought his time has come. I've always said, I've been very vocal about, you had a good run, you had a decent run, you had some hits, you had some misses, but now your time is over. Give somebody else a chance. It was almost to the point you literally want to say, Slott, let the character go. Like, come on. And you got Giuseppe Camillici, I'm butchering his last name, but he's going to be doing the artwork. I'm not 100% against Giuseppe. It's just, there are times I look at his artwork and sometimes people have the oversloping brow, and I'm just like, I don't like that. I don't like how people have the oversloping brow. They almost look like Neanderthals at times. But I can tolerate. I appreciate his artwork more than I am with Roberto Ramos and Chris Baccio. Like, Manos I can accept, but Baccio I cannot. I cannot, and that's the only thing that bothers me about the Doctor Strange title that's coming out. But from word on the street with this is that, meaning that you got to remember, all the titles are taking like an 8-month gap, kind of in a sense what DC did with the whole 1 year later, when all the books took place a year later from, I'm forgetting which event that was going on or so, but they're kind of taking that approach with their titles. And it seems from here that Peter has become what some of us fans have been wanting him to become, wanting him to grow. He is no longer, quote unquote, the man child that we kind of gotten a little tired of seeing. I love it, but also, you want to see Peter grow into the man that we all know he's destined to be. But behind the witty banter and everything, you got to remember, Peter's an inventor. He's a very intelligent man, and we don't get to see that as much in terms of where that could take him. Here, from what Slott has revealed to MTV News, is that this is the Peter Parker that we're going to see, that we've been waiting 50 plus years to see, where Parker Industries has become a global medium. And it's pretty much, you can kind of say maybe Peter is up there on that level of Stark Industries. He is global. Parker Industries is global. It's in Shanghai. It's in London. It's in San Francisco. It's not just in New York now. It's global now. And as you can see, that's pretty much what's going to, you kind of get that vibe from Peter in this, is that, his tech, and as well as, Peter's become kind of a playboy-esque mogul now. He's got the money. It seems from what I've read is that he's got the money now. I'm not necessarily saying he's a millionaire or a billionaire, but he's got finances now. And with Spidey here with the new suit, and as you can see from the new suit and everything like that, the costume is a little bit more high tech. The tech is now involved, and as you can see, the spider embryos glows green. His eyes are a little bit green. They brought back the spider webbing underarm, and it looks like even his webbing glows a little bit green. So it makes you wonder what's all that about. And Slott is going on to say that the tech that Peter's going to be delivering is going to be mind-boggling. But most importantly, also to us old school fans who remember this, the Spider-Mobile is back, and it's going to be redesigned, and we're going to see it back. I didn't necessarily hate the Spider-Mobile, but there are times that I was like, you know what, it's okay, it's not that bad. I mean, Spidey can only web swing as fast as velocity is going to take him, so why not? But it also showcases that, from that sense, that this Spider-Man is going to be a global kind of global now. He's not gonna just the hashtag, the tagline of This Amazing Spider is like, your friendly neighborhood has gotten bigger, meaning he's gonna be global. Because if in the poster you see Parker Industries, you probably can't see it here, but it is in Mandarin. It's like, whoa, okay, that's Chinese. Like, whoa, okay. So you can clearly see that he's going to be dealing with more threats, not just at home based, but global. Slott is going to say, will he still do the street level stuff? Yes, but times 10. So it's like, okay. But also they say from the reading, he has gone on to say that Spider-Man is going to be kind of like, This Amazing Spider will have almost a Iron Man-esque vibe as well, an old school Iron Man-esque vibe, where Spider-Man is Peter Parker's bodyguard. So it's like, now you got to remember, back in the day, before Tony outed himself as Iron Man, the news, the press, everybody thought Iron Man was Tony Stark's bodyguard. That's how they're dealing with this now, and I'm not against that. I'm like, okay, that's all right. Slott is going to say there will be a love triangle, which has always been kind of a plush with Spider-Man. He's always had like a love triangle. There's been like 2 different female factums that are going to play up in with him. Hopefully Mary Jane is one of them. If not, I'm just hoping Mary Jane is in it, but she is back talking to Peter, and that lovable friend that we know and love and respect about Mary Jane. What I'm not hoping for this is that a lot of people that are from Peter's past just start coming to him because he's got money, in a sense. Hopefully as well that money doesn't change Peter, because sometimes money is the corruptor. Money is a big corruptor, and I'm hoping that is not the case for Peter. But Miles is also going to play a role in this as well as Peter is going to play a role in his book as well. We're getting, with this title, we're getting what we wanted from Peter. In Miles, we're getting kind of the old school vibe of Spider-Man, where it's the young adolescent teenager in high school dealing with a lot of problems that probably we all had when we were in high school, But this is the Peter that has evolved, and the Peter that we've all wanted to see evolve. We wanted to see him after 50 plus years. Finally, Lady Luck is smiling on him. That Parker Luck is starting to kick in, and he's getting somewhere, and I'm happy for that. But like I said, still in the back of my mind is that I wish it wasn't Slott. I've always said I would have loved to see where Christopher Yost could have taken. I would have loved to see Christopher Yost taken on, maybe Christos Gage. I would have, man, there's so many writers I would have loved to see take up the slack for Peter. I've even said personally, I would love to see a female writer take up the slack of Spider-Man. Like, I would love to see. My dream for who female writer to write Spider-Man is Gail Simone. She's told me personally that she would love to write him, and hopefully someday before I'm old and gray that'll happen. Yeah. Other than that, I'd like the concept where they're going. Some people don't, and I'm really trying to figure out why. And I had a conversation with a person about that. He's like, I'm not really liking that. I wish it was going back to its roots. And I'm like, and I looked at it and I'm like, what do you mean roots? So I said, so you would want Peter back as being literally working for the Daily Bugle as a freelance photographer. He's always having to worry about this and that and things like that. You don't want to see the character grow. And I even had this conversation once again on Twitter with a couple of people, including Gail Simone. We were all in this conversation. She was talking about growth in characters and change, and how some fans don't like that and they get all crazed about it. And I said to her, I jumped in a conversation and I said, when I look at these characters, they have these amazing powers, but they also represent ourselves. As we get older, we change, we grow. You know, things happen. You know, we have to change in some point of view. Maybe not our attitude, but something characters about us change. And that's how it feels with these characters as well. Like they should change to some vibe and some mentality. So, bam, why not have Peter Parker become more than meets the eye, showcase what he's destined to be, what Uncle Ben and Aunt May always saw in Peter, that he was gonna be great no matter what. He's gonna have walls to be knocked down, but he's gonna conquer those walls. And this is kind of the outcome of it. You know, I can respect that. You know, give Peter something more. I mean, Peter's still going to be around, and I'm glad to see that. You know, he's not just going to be in his own book. He's going to be with the new Avenger, the Uncanny Avengers, with him. So they're going to be dealing with him and old Steve Rogers and Deadpool. Peter and Deadpool together. Oh my God, that's going to be interesting. You know, but it's going to be interesting to see. And you know, he's going to play a mentorship to Miles. So when Marvel was saying that in that first character, we saw some of the characters, you know, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Black Panther, Thor. Those characters will play a major role in the post-Secret War Marvel Universe. This seems to be coming to fruition that, yes, this is true. And I'm all for it. And the only thing, like I said, is that, you know, I just wish it was somebody else writing it. You know, it's just like, Slott, your time is over. Like, it's like you're holding on to this character and you don't want to let anybody else have a run at, a crack at the character. And that just seems greedy, and petty, and a little bit like, okay, yeah, I'm the only one that should be writing this character. It almost makes me feel that literally you told the higher ups, like, nobody else touches Spider-Man in terms of solo but me. Nobody else can touch him. And it's like, is that in your contract? Are you contractually obligated to just write Spider-Man? That just really has me wondering about stuff like that. It's like, and I don't like that. I don't like pettiness. And if that's the case, which I'm not saying it is, that's wrong. I don't like that. You know, personally, me, if I was Slott, I would have literally kind of said, you know, hey guys, I'm done with Spidey. I'm done with Spidey now. I want a new character now. I didn't read your Silver Surfer, but I've heard people enjoyed it. Okay, I've always said Norrin Radd is a tough character to write. I didn't mind your Avengers run when you was writing Mighty Avengers back in late 2000s, I believe. So I didn't mind that. I thought you were pretty good on that. But I would love to see you take up a new character besides an arachnid character. That's just personally me. But all in all, my thoughts on this is cool. I'm fine with it as of right now. I'm very intrigued by October when these titles, man. There's so many of the titles, the 45 titles. Some of them, usually you can pick out what is definite to go on your poll, but a lot of them, guys, I can tell you right now, a lot of them are like, holy like, whoa, like, this is interesting. Ooh, that's interesting too. That's interesting too. Ooh, what's that? What's that? But it is looking very intriguing for fans of not just Marvel, but just comics. You're looking at these post-Secret War titles, and you're like, that's just 45 that we know. There's 15 more, or so they say, and we haven't seen them yet. So it makes you wonder. But other than that, guys, I said my piece. What do you guys think of this the whole for Peter Parker, the upgrade, the evolution of Peter Parker, of Peter Benjamin Parker. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about his company going global? That he's going to be more of a global figure now. Spider-Man is going to be kind of a global hero now. It's not just staying in New York, you know. And take it from me, I'm a New Yorker, so it's like he's still going to be there, but and new threats. Like, what are the new threats that he's going to be dealing with? Who are these? The new love triangle. Will he still be in contact with his rogues gallery, or will Miles be taking up that slack now? There's a lot of things to deal with, but I went on for 20 minutes, so yeah, I wanted to go in depth. So you guys take care, and I'll see you guys later.